In the heart of Old Dhaka stands Lalbagh Fort, built around a central tomb that holds one of the region's most enduring historical myths. According to official accounts, the tomb belongs to Pari Bibi, widely understood to be the beloved daughter of the Mughal governor Shaista Khan. The story goes that following her sudden death, the governor was so overcome with grief that he abandoned the construction of this massive fort entirely. This official identity is physically anchored to the site today, stamped onto a modern plaque at the base of the cenotaph. This legend of imperial mourning provides a tidy, emotionally resonant narrative, yet it masks the complex life of a captive woman whose true history has been obscured for centuries. The traditional narrative begins to unravel when we examine the timeline closely. Mughal chronicles record that Shaista Khan's daughter died in 1665. However, historical records show that the documented construction of Lalbagh Fort did not begin until 1678, when Prince Muhammad Azam Shah arrived as governor. An unfinished fort cannot have been abandoned in grief for someone who died 13 years before the first brick was laid. Even the physical evidence inside the tomb fails to support the legend. An inscribed black stone, long assumed to be her grave marker, is actually a misplaced eulogy praising Emperor Aurangzeb. Stripping away the impossible timeline and false markers leaves us with a blank slate. We have a tomb that requires a different historical subject, someone physically present and directly tied to Prince Azam Shah in the late 1670s. To understand who she was, we need to go further back, to a war that changed the course of many lives. In 1663, after the brutal Ahom-Mughal War, the Ahom king Jayadhvaj Singha was forced to surrender his young daughter, Princess Ramani Gabharu, to the Mughal court as part of the Treaty of Gila Jarigat. She was taken far from her homeland and given a new court name, Rahmat Banu Begum. In 1668, she married Prince Muhammad Azam Shah, the same prince who would later begin construction of Lalbagh Fort. By 1677, Ramani was living in Dhaka with her husband. During this time, a crisis broke out in Assam. She learned that her uncle was secretly plotting to hand over the strategic city of Guwahati to Mughal forces. From within the Mughal household, she sent a carefully worded warning to protect her homeland. Shortly after, Ramani Gabharu died suddenly in Dhaka, while construction of the fort was still underway. Her story could have ended there, but the tomb she left behind would eventually speak in ways no royal record ever did. While royal records give us one name, the physical tomb itself offers clues to her origins. Architectural surveys reveal that the unique overlapping layers of stone inside the tomb follow a style specifically adopted from Assamese temple construction. Traditional Assamese temple architecture is distinctive. If you stand inside the central tomb at Lalbagh Fort and look up, you will see a dark octagonal ceiling built using exactly this method, a striking departure from standard Mughal design. With its curved pyramidal forms and heavily tiered structures, her husband did not simply bury her in a standard imperial mausoleum. He constructed a ceiling that deliberately honored her Assamese birthright. This leaves one final question. If the woman buried here is Ramani Gabharu, why do the people of Dhaka still call her Pari Bibi? Mughal households were vast and complex. Captive women often received new domestic identities, resulting in multiple layered names. These are not three separate women, but three layers of memory. Ramani Gabharu is her true Assamese origin. Rahmat Banu Begum is her official Mughal court identity. And Pari Bibi is the intimate, localized name that lived on in the streets and memories. Acknowledging the Assamese princess does not destroy the local legend of Dhaka. It reveals the legend as the surviving trace of a life absorbed into an empire, a life that still echoes in the stones of this place.